My name's Brett Wright, I'm 56 years old, I'm a resident of the region here. This is my area where I kiteboard the most. I'm a nurse that works in the health care system in Bundaberg. Kiteboarding is a relatively new sport for me. I've been doing it for roughly 2 years now. I really enjoy it. I use it to keep myself in check. I like real adrenaline sports. Over the years I've done paragliding, hang gliding, sports aircraft, horse riding, climbing, and kiteboarding is just really accessible. It's easy to pack up and go places. It's easy to pull out the car and use it, or leave it in the car if you don't need to use it. And that's what I love about it. Hadn't really given any thought to kiteboarding. I used to windsurf in my younger days in the waves. I loved it. I used to like getting big air and having massive crashes. It was good fun. But I was down surfing one day, and then, as it's always up here, we're always blowing out. Except for when you buy a kite. When you buy a kite, the wind doesn't blow. But I was watching Andrew Ward and a couple other people kite surf at Nielsen's, which is our normal surf beach. And when Andrew came in, I said, look, I want to learn this. I've got X amount of dollars. Give me a lesson. He's going, oh, you know, I don't know. One lesson. And I'm going, look, that's all I got the money for. Because at that time I was in study, so I had limited funds. So I came down and got a lesson, basically all the safety points, you know, jettisoning it, launching it, how to pack it up in the water, how to get yourself out of trouble. A little bit of practice, a little bit of theory. I think it was about 2.5, 3 hours. And then basically went out and bought some gear and then proceeded to destroy myself over 3 months while I learned to do the rest of the stuff. As you know, Elliott Heads is my favourite place. This is where I learnt to kite. This is where I do the majority of my kiting. At low tide, we have a lot of sand. At high tide, we have water, very shallow over a lot of sand, and some big long distances. I don't do a lot of tricks. It's not really my thing. I just free ride. I like to scoot around all the place. I've got a few things I like getting relatively big air. Don't mind being 12 feet off the water coming down. More than that, I start thinking maybe I shouldn't be up here at my age. I can only jump on one side because I'm a goofy foot surfer, so that seems to be my dominant side when I kite. That's pretty normal. The other real important advice I will give you is buy really good gear when you start. Like, not necessarily expensive, but a couple of years old max, because it will help you learn a lot quicker. And you'll probably damage it a bit, and then you can go and buy something fancy new. But do not go and buy something off Trading Post or something that's sort of like, was really, really good in its day, because it was really, really good in its day, but that day is well and truly gone and probably should be at the tip. As I said, buy good gear. I had very cheap and nasty gear when I started, and I got my bar hooked up in a thing called a kite loop, which is basically the kite out of control going, dragging you along the shallow water at high speed, wondering what to do. Sort of like water skiing on your belly and getting a lung full of water at the same time, with an upcoming sand dune. And yes, I went straight over the top of the sand dune into the next lagoon and then continued to kite loop down there into the mangroves. So again, my advice is a few more lessons when you're starting and good quality gear.